The Young and the Restless spoilers and rumors tease a shocking turn of events might happen. Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadi, could be suspected of Heather Stevens' Vale Bloom murder. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Viewers were shocked. Many viewers were left reeling when an unstable Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, made her way to Daniels with the intent to poison him as part of a deranged revenge theme. The shock escalated to disbelief when Sharon ultimately couldn't carry out her deadly intentions and accidentally ended up killing Heather Stevens, Vale Bloom, instead. To add to the chaos, Sharon managed to clean up the scene in the penthouse and dispose of Heather's body. It's worth noting our theory that Heather might not actually be dead. The details surrounding her demise are unclear, especially since Sharon experienced a blackout and is currently grappling with a serious mental health crisis. I&R spoilers. Presumed dead until proven alive? As of now, there hasn't been an official announcement regarding Vale Bloom's departure from the show, so until we receive confirmation that Heather is alive, we will assume she is indeed deceased. Given this, it seems that Sharon might be facing some serious issues. Heather is not the kind of person to abandon her family, particularly her daughter Lucy Romalotti, Lily Brooks O'Brien. Heather's sudden disappearance would raise a lot of questions. Additionally, Heather recently interviewed for several local jobs and expressed to Daniel her desire to remain in Genoa City. He even shared with Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and Summer Newman, Alison Lanier, that his family plans to stay in town. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Sharon Newman fakes messages from Heather Stevens. Heather's phone is another crucial element in this situation. Sharon grabbed it as she hurried out of the penthouse. Given today's technological advancements, tracking its location should be straightforward, but Sharon was smart enough to shut location and tracking services off. In the latest preview clip, it appears that Daniel gets a text from Heather indicating she has left town, which we can infer was obviously sent by Sharon. Since she shut everything on the phone off that could be used to track it by, she could text from Heather indefinitely. Considering Sharon's current state of mind, she was doing pretty remarkable things to keep hiding her actions. I&R spoilers. Crime scene cleanup. We need to discuss the cleanup that Sharon performed in the penthouse, as well caught off guard by Heather's death. She hurriedly left the apartment, which means she probably overlooked some details. Imagine if Daniel eventually reports Heather as missing, prompting the police to investigate his place. Even though it appears Sharon did a thorough job, she didn't use bleach. Even if at first glance they don't discover additional broken glass or bloodstains, raising suspicions of foul play, the forensic team will likely use luminol. Luminol makes blood show up on surfaces even if they've been cleaned, except if they're bleached. Ironically, we don't believe Sharon would be the prime suspect in this scenario. Instead, that dubious title could fall to Daniel. In cases like this, authorities often focus on the spouse or boyfriend first. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Strike 1, Strike 2, Strike 3. If the police conduct a thorough forensic examination of the apartment and uncover more evidence indicating a murder with Daniel's name on the penthouse deed, that would be his first strike. One significant issue is that the authorities lack a body, which complicates their ability to determine a time of death if they suspect Heather was murdered. This means that while Daniel was enjoying ice cream with Lucy at the athletic club when Heather was killed, that alibi starts to lose its strength. Daniel's strongest point is his absence of motive. He had no desire to see Heather harmed. Nevertheless, a prosecutor might argue that Heather was intent on leaving Genoa City and had threatened to do so, with or without Daniel, implying she would take Lucy with her. I&R spoilers. Daniel Romalotti, suspect number 1. The police would theorize Daniel, determined not to be separated from his daughter again, took Heather's life. With such overwhelming circumstances against him, he would certainly require an exceptional lawyer. Enter Christine Williams, Laura Lee Bell. Recent posts on Instagram suggest that Bell has returned to the set of The Young and the Restless, hinting at her imminent appearance. Is Christine back in town to represent her godson in a murder case? Or is that a viable theory? Considering she was Heather's stepmother for years, Sharon might feel relieved to have avoided a crisis. But she's missing one step. She needs to wipe her fingerprints off that phone and put it back in Daniel's penthouse. Meanwhile, we believe Phyllis would don her supermom cape to save her son. The young and the restless spoilers. Phyllis Summers will work to exonerate Daniel. While the police focus on establishing Daniel's guilt, Phyllis is likely to pursue the truth. Given her awareness of Sharon's recent erratic behavior, and having seen the Cassidy first owner verbally assault Heather, Phyllis might set out to demonstrate that Sharon is responsible for something. Phyllis is known for her tenacity, so Sharon should definitely be worried if Phyllis has her in her crosshairs. Nick, Joshua Morrow, will probably attempt to step in, insisting that Sharon could never commit murder, but this is likely to only frustrate Phyllis and fuel her determination to prove otherwise. As the plot thickens and reveals even more unexpected developments, we'll be keeping a close eye on it all.